Well, winter's finally over up here, and it's spring, and it was a really long winter. We had a lot of snow, and it's like almost May, and there's still snow everywhere. Basically, I just been clearing trees and the spots that got sun so I can walk, because a lot of places there's 2 to 3 feet of snow still, but then there's places that the sun had melted it all off, so I've been trying to clear as much as I can in between trees and burn while it's still wet. But essentially, the cabin got it weathered well, made it through the winter. I ran out of like any wood products to do anything on the inside, so I just got it framed and dried in. And then throughout the winter, we just kept it plowed up here so that I could, so we could come up here and get in. Now is spring. I'm starting to get more logs up here, trailering them up. What the logs are for will be the siding. We're gonna mill some pine board and batten siding, some Doug fir flooring, some pine, Doug fir, and aspen tongue and groove wall stuff. So I'll have to get that milled this year and then stacked and dried so this winter, fall, I can bring it inside and have something to do all winter, because last summer I worked as hard as I could and I got it framed. I got it to the checkpoint that I wanted, but that's basically as far as I got it. So I hauled some of these big pines up here, and I'm gonna be getting a bunch more from locally, either arborist or around here. And so those will be siding. The whole outside will be pine. But it snowed in November, and we didn't get a chance to do a lot of cleanup up here. It just kind of snowed, and there was snow on the ground till now, which is like May, so kind of trashed. I tried, but there's only so much one man can do. The other thing is the mill is drying out, and last year I kind of jumped the gun and I had to keep leveling it as the ground thawed and frost heaved. So this year I'm just gonna wait till it's fully dried out, level it in once, and then be done and start milling. This is what's left of the wood pile. It's obviously a trashed mess right now, but it's all a bunch of wood that I cut last year. It was probably 4 or 5 cords, so we probably get a cord left of that. And this is what I'm working on. I'm trying to get these logs that I knocked down with the excavator last year cut up into firewood and stacked. They should be dry. And these two, cut these up. These are a little punky. I got them for milling, but they didn't work out, so I'm gonna burn them in outdoor fire. I got telephone poles I'm gonna mill into fence posts. We're gonna make a new fence when we get time. And then as soon as this melts a little bit more, I'm gonna start burning it. This is a huge pile of mill ends that we're gonna have to either cut up and burn outdoors or give away. My buddy Russ ran out of wood this year, so he came by in the middle of winter and dug that out and hauled off about half of it, so that was cool. But I gotta do something with it now, because I'm gonna be doing dirt work and building a new road that's a lot more gradual right here, so we can get up behind the house in the winter. So a lot of dirt work that needs done as well. And this is one of the parts where the sun was shining, and I was able to clear some of these pine trees. So some of these pine trees have beetle kill, and it's unfortunate, but I think I got to it soon enough. It's really just in this area, so I cut them all down, and we're gonna make those into fence posts. So I planted more trees right here, some spruce and some other stuff, but it is what it is. They gotta come down, and there's a few more I gotta get. They're also gonna be banister railings for inside the cabin, smaller ones, so I'm gonna do all log railing. I need those. Over the winter, I built this little trailer to pull behind the Rhino, the 4x4 side-by-side UTV or whatever, so this is perfect. Should be able to put wood and garden soil and whatever in it. Just plywood and a metal frame. I think it's a Harbor Freight trailer my dad gave me. So anyway, this is what I've been working on. This is all thick with alders, and I've just been going through and thinning them out, like majorly thinning them out, because it was so choked through here with alders. And we got a little creek there, it's a spring, so we're gonna put a well in right here. So it's essential that I got all these alders out. I'm gonna turn this into kind of a pasture thing. Maybe have animals someday, but mainly right now for deer. Another big pile of alder, and I've just been burning it as I go. But got a few piles out here, but see out here it's all melted. It's incredible. Yeah. Other spots it's been super snowy still, so I got the wood racks on the plow, and I'm gonna be loading it up and hauling it out of here. Got about 3 cords of this alder. One more big slash pile, and I will have to rent an excavator. As you guys know, I don't have an excavator, but I sometimes you have to rent one. Most of the stuff I've been doing just the good old-fashioned old way. Yeah, just cutting them down, burning them. But these, I'm gonna have to dig them out with an excavator and burn them. So, and hopefully, we can get all this cleaned up and put a bunch of grass seed down, so it's a nice area. We also planted 80 spruce out here along the fence line that we got from the conservation district. We put the flags and the matting down so weeds won't take over, and I can come through with the weed whacker and hack down the weeds, and I'll know right where the trees are, because the last few years they've been getting buried and I couldn't see them. And anyway, I got those all planted. So this is along the front of our property, where the road meets our property. So it's not a real busy, it's just a logging road. Sometimes they log, sometimes they don't. But it'd be nice for privacy. Spruce grow pretty quick, you know, 2 to 4 feet a year once they're established. Just been getting around this pile thinned out so I could burn it. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and the next day. It's May 1st and it's supposed to be 86 degrees today, so I don't want to burn it when it's really hot. I'm going to bring a water truck out and have the rain. I'm going to light this on fire because this pile's been here since last year, so it's going to go up pretty quick. These ones are green with the base of them are nice and dry. Same with this one. But anyway, there's some dead trees in here, lots of other dead trees, and then this stuff is just so thick that I got to go in and thin this stuff out. And it's kind of a pain because when you cut one down, it doesn't just fall. You got to drag it out of there and chop it up, put it in a pile. So anyway, that's what I'll be working on for the next couple days. And probably gonna start another pile over here somewhere and hopefully work my way in there. There's our worthless cat that doesn't mouse. I had a mouse build a nest in my intake of my truck, and a nest and stuff, and the nest is made out of cat hair and bedding material. So, oh, since it's a little bit too hot today to burn, I got the wood chipper out. It wasn't working right. We bought it used from some guy, and I just tore it apart and discovered that he had tore it apart, I'm assuming to clean the carburetor, and didn't get the throttle put back together right. So I hooked it back up right, but it's missing a part. But I got it pretty close with a piece of string for now until I can find another spring, because yeah, it looks like it was the spring that throttles it up and keeps it is not on there right, so it was just idling. But now it kicks ass. Well, I just wanted to share an update. It's pouring rain. It rained all last night, and It's really wet, so I lit this massive slash pile. I don't have a cover for the camera, but you could see it there. It's just huge. I was really nervous about lighting on fire. Also got that one going. But anyway, I can't film much of it because it's raining like crazy. But I'm pretty stoked about getting that burnt. I was real scared of lighting that earlier, and I'm glad I didn't because it's been sitting there for about a year, real dry. Getting this burnt, getting it set up, and then I got to do some other stuff in town, and Lindsay's gonna come up and when she gets off work and monitor the rest of it. So I've been chipping and clearing just like crazy the last few days. Come on, fish! We're out here mac fishing at the tournament. We suck, but we haven't caught shit yet, but we got the cover up because it's raining. I had a few bites, but nothing in yet. I don't think anyone's catching much today so far, but yeah, a few little ones. So I'm gonna videotape some cool footage here shortly. Got a huge load of PEX for our water line. We got a mini excavator getting dropped off today, and so we got a lot of projects planned. Here's our kitty. Anyway, she caught her first mouse yesterday, so it was a pretty monumental moment. We gave her extra food as a reward because we weren't sure if we're going to be able to keep her, because we need a mouser, and if she's too prissy we'd have to get her away, but apparently she's a killer. So, well, one of the things I'm going to be doing here is digging out a bunch of stumps in this field. I did a lot of clearing this spring, late winter, and got a lot of those alders out of there, so I'm going to get the machine and dig out a bunch of the stumps and hopefully kill some of the brush. And probably am going to take this tree down, these trees down, so I can dig the stumps out. But I got these culverts. I'm going to bolt them together and bury them for just a cistern. It's not the actual well because we're going to get concrete ones for the actual well, but these will be kind of like a secondary holding tank. There's tons of these stumps, and all over through here. So I'm gonna make a couple slash piles of stumps and then dig this hole out. And a lot of work out here, but essentially the water lines are gonna go all the way through the woods, all the way up the hill. So another reason for the excavator. And we'll
no problem. Yay! We tried to get this truck out of the mud a few times now. We just needed a big old excavator